Hello and welcome to Analyst Hangout. I am Perpetual Fast Repeater, but I'm not alone as always. I have two people right here with me in the studio. I have Ambrose Omodio, the Chief Research Officer of Invest Data Consulting. Good to have you join us today.
Thank you, Perpetual.
Good to have you.
Yeah, nice.
I also have with us Charles Fakroha. He's a stockbroker and business analyst. Good to have you join us today.
Thank you for having me again.
All right, as always. All right, we'll have Alhaji Kofi Garba join us later on the show. He's the MD Equity Securities and Funds Limited. Well, as usual, we start with review of the activities during the week. Trading activities on the Nigerian exchange have maintained a bearish posture. It's been mixed and volatile at the same time. Market players also continued interpreting the recent macroeconomic data and corporate earnings to reposition their portfolios on the strength of companies' earnings performance and positive fundamental news about the various sectors that would support prices and market sentiment and forces. Well, analysts aver that the mixed sentiment and market range band call for investors and traders' attention to understand the right and best tools to apply. You already I have two gentlemen right here with me, and we'll start the analysis with them. Okay, I would have started with what are these best tools that investors must apply, but I'll keep that in the cooler. So just give us an overview, of what happened during the week, Ambrose.
Yeah, actually, I would say that the earnings released so far, especially the market for this week, what happened the previous week to this, that yes, investors have seen the numbers from different companies, and that has also kind of boost their confidence to know how to reposition their portfolio. And that's what we saw during the week, that for 2 days we see the market sliding down with just some points. But today we saw that the market also rebounded powerfully to close Friday. That means for this week, the market has closed positive to reverse the last week negative trend. For me, it's a good one, and this tells you that market is looking for what? Liquidity. Where market has remained so flat mode is because liquidity in the market is very low as a result of what? High interest rate. People are not having access to cheaper funds to trade the equity again. All eyes is on the big boys, which I said last week that the PFAs and other certain investors is where we are looking at. And those kind of investors, because of their knowledge in the market, they don't buy like how the way ordinary investor or retail investor will do. They take their time to look at these figures, these earnings, and the sector they are managing from, and see the prospect of that sector and the company before they jump into the position. For that, we are doing that before the end of the month of August. They have done their due diligence on these numbers and come back to the market. That is why I tell retail investor that you position in those good companies, we know that they are likely to look up, because when they come, they are coming with the money because they have the liquidity as to speak now to come back. And also looking at where they are playing, the sector that the fixed income, yes, it's deep, but I'll tell you the return there is still negative. And with inflation for the month of July, we're expecting to reach almost 20%. If that happens, I'll tell you most of them will be shaking. That means their fund is just in a red position. They look at equity space where we can see companies as we speak now. I would say it that most of the dividend yield in the equity side are above 10%. That will comfort them to a level. Then capital appreciation to that 10%. That's about almost above 20%. They will confident to go into some few stock in the market and some sectors and position, and that also move the market up. And don't forget that those big or high cap stock or large cap stock that have supplied the market to this level, they are not losing. Why? These are also where the institutional investors are playing actively. Tell you that if that trend is sustained, I expect that the market will do well. But one thing is that once we enter the month of September, positioning for the month of October, being another earnings season, and also that will usher us into the last quarter of the year, we expect improved activity. But that's why I say any good investor or trader at this time should use what we call, like you just said, the right tools to invest right. Why? Because this volatility in the market, anywhere in the world, create opportunity for smart investor. If you look at the market last week and today, the last just 4 trading days or 5 days, good investors or traders made money in some good stocks. Now, when you cap drop as low as 9, that same day it reversed back to what 10 naira, 10 kobo, and today has been above 12 naira. That means for those 5, we have made 3 naira on 9 naira is about almost 21 or 25%. In those 5 days, you can't get it anywhere in the world. Also, we saw the life of Stanbic IBTC dropping as low as what 28 naira, 40 kobo, as big as 31 naira in just within this week again. Also, the same thing is Zenith Bank as low as 18 naira, 49 kobo, trading around 22 naira now. For me, this week has created weight for those that are designed. I say you need to know the right tools. That is why I said investors in the market should understand how to take an analysis to know the right place when it stops at what at the great support level, you jump in. At the way you go to the top again or this time, you take profit and also smile. You play in the market, but when you don't know, market is coming down, you'll be panicking. Oh, market is going, I want to jump in. You are jumping at the wrong time. When it came down for you to buy, you didn't buy because you are panicking. This is the time for them to take a good education, and that's why we are cut off in investor data to give this message to Nigerians.
All right, let's talk about what happens to BUA. I thought you were going to mention BUA when you were talking about Zenith and the likes.
BUA really have kept the market the way the market is. If not that BUA continues to drop for like almost 3 days within the week, markets have gained more than what we are seeing today. Because for that 2 days, market was flat. For a lot of BUA,
what was happening to BUA?
No, BUA for me naturally, investors say that this stock we have waited for a long time, we are taking a dividend, it's not moving, and also they know the shareholding structure of BUA is so tight that it's in few hands, and also it is only when the BUAs themselves or the BUA related are buying that the stock move. Now that they're not buying, people say, why am I waiting there? Where there are other moves that stocks are coming back and make money. They are that position. It's not that BUA numbers is bad. If you look at BUA results Q2, it's a fantastic one, very good one, but because the price don't move the way others, people are moving to where I can see price, because in equity market, that price oscillation is what creates weight for you. And it's not moving, you are just static. For that, they need to look at. That's why they are selling down to go into another position.
All right, thank you for your thoughts. So let's have your take on the market activities for the week.
Yes, well, as a trader, what we saw in the market this week was quite encouraging.
Okay.
Because some of us did not expect that the market was going to rebound this way. And like he has said, we saw some of those stocks that were able to rebound, and of course investors have made some money from those. That's short-term investors. They made quite a number of fortune from those stocks. And we still believe that, yes, impressive corporate earnings, the market will keep behaving this way it is behaving, because price movement, like he said, is the oscillation up and down that creates opportunity. If there's no volatility in the market, of course, there will be no wealth creation. So the most important thing for every investor, and of course traders who trade on their portfolio, that's their box accounts, proprietary accounts, this is the time they need to use all the tools that are necessary, because once you miss it, then of course you won't get that opportunity. And that's why I'm talking about the sideways. The market is moving, upwards, downwards, sideways.
Exactly.
So,
why is that happening, irrespective of the impressive earnings?
Yes, it's a little bit volatile. And you also have to look at some of the macroeconomic figures that are coming in, So, but for any trader, I wouldn't want to say investor now, for any trader, this is the time to see that you know when to enter and you know when to leave, because it's going to be a long way in terms of what you will make from your proprietary trading. Because if there are no sideways movement like this, of course, what happens? Your proprietary portfolio, you won't make anything. So, but again, you need the right tools to understand when to get in and when to actually go out on a portfolio. You just need to know the right time to enter and the right time to get out from your portfolio. Because if you don't, like he said, if you enter at the wrong time, you jump in like a moving train. Before you know what, market is coming down again, and of course you enter at a very high price. Before you know what, you are stuck. And of course you will not create that wealth you are expected to create as a trader for your own proprietary trade. Okay. So it's a good way, and the market now concluding the week with again, I think so we expect much to happen next week.
Okay. Well, just before we go, I know we've said all of these things by the side and all of that, but I want you to be emphatic about this. How should investors take position? What are the things they should do so that they can make profit at this time?
Actually, looking at the market, we have different players in the market. Some are long-term investors, some are traders, my colleague have mentioned here. And at the same time, if you are what we call day trader or position taking, I think to enter a stock to stay in a longer period. A day trader is entering to buy low that same day and sell that same day to make money, even though it's making 8%, 7% end of the after charges, it's good to go. But now that we are seeing the fundamentals of the market, because stock feed on fundamental and also driven by sentiment or psychology of traders or investors in the market. Now the first leg to stand, because if human being will stand on 2 legs. So if you want to take investment journey, you need to stand on 2 legs. One, we are seeing the fundamental of this company already in the market. We are seeing what is happening in our macroeconomy, what is happening, and what we're expecting. Tell you that, with all the we are seeing from global economy, I can continue to stability in our economy. Because look at the figure that comes of producing margin index for the month of July, tells you that we moved from a low of 50.90 to 52 points, 53 points. For me, it's a great that
we've crossed the 50.
I tell you that the private sector of the economy is still very active. There are other
irrespective of all that is happening.
That give us some courage. And at the same time, too, we're looking at the earnings that come from the companies. In any sector, there's company, and it's the sector that makes up the economy. If they were seeing good results from this company, that means that those sectors are doing well, and that's why you can see oil sector, agriculture sector, the numbers that came from all the sector, banking, they're all looking good. What investors will do now for you to make money for investors? Okay, you are investing for a long time. You look at what is market price today, because what buyer and seller settle the market today is the right price for that stock for today. Look at the what we call the P ratio, at the same time the dividend yield. If the P ratio is below, for me, 12 times of the earnings, it's a good attractive stock to look at. Look at the dividend yield of that company. If it's above 10% or around 8 to 9%, also we're expecting the earnings to come at the end of the year, pay dividend. Start position, and also if the company has what we call it a policy that you pay dividend continuously. If you do that, take that last year they paid, the 5 years they are paying dividend, and are they growing their dividend at the same time? If they are growing their dividend, we have seen their Q2 number. Now say, have they outperformed their full year 2021? Or they are just near their full year 2021? No. If they guide, okay, this company is the right place today, we are not know this thing down as an investor. They will now look at it. But for we technician, after we have done this, as I said, to buy right is for technician, for fundamentalists. I'm not going to look at, Nestle is good, Netbank is good, GTB is good, Access is good. But the right price to buy, they don't know. But for me as a technician, I will see what the buyer and sellers, which is the demand and supply, is talking about that store. That will give you the position. Then after you have done this, go ahead and buy as
I think this would be a good place to I think this would be a good place to end this particular one. Well, we'll take a break now, and when we come back, we have more for you. Well, we'll be talking about Preline and Etana PLC. Stay with us, don't go away.